So we're going to be doing a longer version of the cowl sleeve. So the first thing we're going to do is to determine where we want the cowl to start, the depth of the cowl to start from. So on this line, I'm going to mark, on the T line, I'm going to mark mark 2 cm upward from the elbow line, 2 inches, so about 5 cm from the elbow line. Then I'm going to divide this line from here to T. I'm going to divide it into 3 parts like this. Create this angles like this. Then I'll come here, I'll check what I have. The next one, I'm going to make it 2.5. The next one will be 3. So just divide. Mark. Making sure I have the same line. So I'm going to slash from T to the 2 cm that I took upward, 2 inches, slash to this point, then slash this. So the pattern being used is this fitted sleeve block of the non-Natalie Bray method. That's the sleeve pattern I'm using, the fitted sleeve block of the non-Natalie Bray method. So you slash up and then you spread. I'm going to spread open by the desired which you want. But before you start slashing and spreading, you have to secure this point down, then roll the T line upwards. This is brand new paper, just like we did with a short cowl sleeve. So you slash, you spread. To open this side very well so that it can relax. This one is gone off. So you spread. So I'm going to be opening it. You need to take this one down also. It's not supposed to. Like this, so that you take it down so that you'll be able to spread it, slash it properly. going to be spreading to the amount I want. So I'll just measure here. See, if you want it very wide, you can go ahead and spread. I'm just doing something simple. So this part I'm going to open by, calculate from here to here, it's giving me about 3.5 cm. So I'm going to tip it down. 3.5 cm. Come here, do the same thing. It's giving me 3.5 cm. And I'll open this one also. We're using what I want here. I'll measure 5 cm. I'm opening this by 5 cm. Like I said, I don't want it to be too wide. Okay, let's use 6 cm. Then I'll do the same thing to this side. Also measure 6 cm. Open. Then I'm going to open this by 7 cm. 7 cm. This is becoming wide. 6.5. Open that by 6.5. I'll do the same thing to the other one. I'm gonna head to pin down the remaining one. So the next thing we're going to do is to take a ruler and roll a straight line from this crown T, one side of the T to the other side of the T. So you can either choose to make this like if you leave it like this and draw the facing like we did with the short one, you'll have a cold shoulder kind of drape like the short one. Cold shoulder, cow leg, or drape sleeve. But if you decide to not to, you can redraw the crown. From B, all you have to do is to connect like this. This side. This side. I need to put a paper underneath it so I already cover the upper part. So with the new paper attached to it, you can redraw your curve. Crown. sleeve. By the time you cut it out, for you to have the fuller drape, you need to cut the fabric. You need to cut the sleeve. You need to place it in the fabric in bias form. Also, because this is a fitted sleeve, you also need the bias form to cut it. After the part that the down part, you use this a fitted sleeve pattern. Another reason why we should use the bias when folding the fabric is to also get a fuller drape. So you place your fabric in bias form like I've explained in the previous class. This is bias. This is bias form of folding the fabric. It's also called a cross grain. So this way, let's say this is your fabric. If you're cutting one, you have to look for the side that is stretchy like this. You cut. But if you're cutting into two, you're cutting two of these at once. All you have to do is to fold it this way. Like you fold your circles, skirts, kind of, then you place your sleeve on it and cut. You will have a fuller drape. Then you also have enough ease around your sleeve because this is very fitted sleeve. So this is what the drapes, the cow, the long version of the cow leg looks like with crown. The other one was without crown. So if you want to do a cold shoulder, like I said, all you have to do is to add your facing, and you achieve that. Then when you need to, if you need to sew, all you have to do is to close it this way. Close the side seam. Now, close the side seam. Then you get your T. You notch it on the fabric. Get your T. By the time you're done closing your side seam, your underarm point will be on the underarm point of your bodice. You just pin it down. You pin this thing. You will now have excess around this side. So you now pleat. You can pleat upward like this, or you pleat whichever way, or like this downward, whichever one you prefer. The excess will have here after joining the underarm, pinning the underarm of the bodice to the underarm of the sleeve, and pinning the T to the T, which is the top of top line, pinning to the shoulder point of our blouse. We will have excess around this place, like I said. That excess is what we are pleating it, that will give us that drape. So that's how this is fixed on your bodice. So that's that about the sleeve. Thank you. See you in the next class. I'll go ahead and cut this. I've placed the pattern on the fabric. I'll go ahead and cut this. So this is it. So I'll notch the, make sure you trim out the excess. I'm going to notch the middle. Now, depending on the fabric you're working with, you're to make so from here I'm going to run the gathers, sew the thread here, then I'll now pull it, gather it together to give me that volume and the shape depending on the fabric you're working with. And this is not going to have a lining, so you can, it's going to have a lining. There's a need for you to put, there is a need, depends on the need for you to put a stay, a hard one, or this net, the net that is used for making children's dresses. So I'm going to gather it. Like I said, depending on the outcome, on the fabric you're working with. This is not going to have anything. I'm gonna head to overlock it, then we've gathered the upper part, the crown of the sleeve. This is it. So this is what it looks like. So the next thing is to just fold it into two, then get your seam allowance. So your seam allowance, you have to mark your seam allowance. I've done that. So the next thing is to go sew it. Then after sewing it, just bring it. I've joined it the sleeve. This is it. So the next thing, I've ironed it also. Then so this is what it looks like outside. So this is it. So the next thing is to go fix the sleeve. Take the UP and the UP together, place it together, then make sure you have the right side of the sleeve. You're placing the right side of the sleeve to the bodice. When I say right side, the right sleeve to the bodice. Now, you get the center of this, you pin it together. So for this, you get the center. Since it has gathers, I'm sure we'll have excess gathers, but you make sure you pin, you gather it to the measurement of the armhole. So you pin this. So this is what we have. We have excess, so we're still going to gather it till we have till it fits into the armhole. So this is, we're going to sew it around by 1/2 inch.